DC the beat man.
So epic.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey.
And I'm Reese. I already know where I am. I'm here. Free Dame. All my young ones. Let the intro run just like that. Free Dame and all my young ones. I'm here.
Oh, that's a nice little segue on into the episode. that matters more so for the ending. So
I love, what's crazy is I love Jokic because he does the one thing that Jayson Tatum won't do, and that's post up and go to the basket. So it's like I personally love his offensive game.
At 6'11", 300 pounds, like I don't know if you want, like he's supposed to do that though.
I know, I agree. So at 6'10", 220,
which I feel like that 6'9", 6'10", he just got there because at Duke he was definitely listed at 6'8", and then entering the league he was definitely listed at 6'8". Get a little stronger now, so you gotta give him some learning curve time. Like
years.
It's been 6 years. He hasn't had this same body type for 6 years. Like
Giannis didn't either. When Giannis went from
still, he don't got the bag, so he can't rely on as much as Jayson Tatum does. Giannis literally will go downhill, attack, euro, and then dunk. Like it. The man did it for 3 back-to-back plays now.
I know, but I'm saying he was doing it. Giannis was making those type of moves prior to the body. He was preparing himself for the body.
Man, he don't have the same bag like that. So at Duke, I saw Jayson Tatum be a finesse player. He hit you with that mid-range. Transitions over to the NBA as well. I never saw that finesse game from Giannis. So
it's not finesse though. It's brute force from Giannis.
That's what I'm saying. To me, Giannis always had to rely on that brute force. Like you have to rely on your length because if you don't got that finesse game, what do you have? You don't have that.
Like how long do you give him to get used to a body though? Like it's still his body.
I mean, Giannis to this day can't shoot. How long are we giving him? Like,
I'm not giving him shit.
Okay.
But Trey, that's what I'm saying. I don't give $250 million players shit. Okay. You're off for 4 months. 4 months, and then you have an entire season. If you cannot develop XYZ in 8 months of the season and 4 months of the off season, it's just not you when you're making $250 million and you don't have to be complete. And that's okay.
Okay. When you're saying like you don't give them shit, I to a degree I do hear you. You know, there is a big investment in these players. I feel like though they're humans still end of day. And I know how I am on a daily basis. Like some people gotta, realize how they are individually and think, okay, well, there's gonna be a learning curve for players. Like it's new for them. Like Jayson Tatum, yes, we know he can go downhill and bang a little bit, but that also is a wear and tear on your body longevity-wise too. He needs to find that balance for him. And again, personally, I think he's going from a finesser to somebody who you want to bang. Like that's not the easiest transition. Someone like Jimmy Butler, he's not necessarily the most finesse type of guy, and I thought he was always that like banger. And like he's come a long way, but still he doesn't give me that. All right, like I'll expect Jimmy to knock down the clutch one. But like a 3-ball, I might look at Tyler Hero first. With Jayson Tatum, I might look at JT first. In terms of banging though, I might go JB first. It's just of what it seems like their nature is. I don't know, like and
right.
I think like assets and you said player development too. It comes over time. So like,
but I think the expectation is based on your role, right? So like face of the franchise guys have a smaller window, they have a larger window in terms of leniency that a team, because once you invest like top dollar, you're expecting an ROI at least within X amount of years, right? And so before guys who are on 1-year deals, things like that's kind of like, all right, I'm gonna take a chance to see. Right. Like for example, when we picked up Derek White, although, and again, the Celtics love doing this. We love picking up guys. We can't shoot, and we go get guys who can't shoot. So Derek White is probably the biggest testament to what an offseason of legitimate work can do. He was not the knockdown shooter that he is today at all last year. And he had been in San Antonio for a good minute. You know what I mean? But never developed a catch and shoot game because he was primarily the point guard. You know what I mean? The ball was in his hand. He was really shooting off the dribble for the most part, right?
His ball.
Playing next to Jaylen Brown, Jayson Tatum, it's like to get the best out of this asset. Hey, I need you to develop a catch and shoot game because that is when you're going to be getting the most of your shots. Now, for a face of the franchise guy, we are building this team around you, but you still have to be able to check these boxes for the team that we built around you to work. It's like, you know what I mean? This isn't 2K. I can't just make a trade and be like, that didn't work, and then just go make another trade. You know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean? It's times in between things that you have to consider. And they get time, but I don't know if I think they get too much time.
So how much time would you say? Because I think you also got to factor in the success that you guys have had, right, Reese? Mm-hmm. When you look at it, y'all have had a wonderful little tenure with Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So, from a player development standpoint, both him and Jaylen Brown have continued to evolve. So, I guess what would you say is a fair time frame for Jayson Tatum to evolve to that next stage that we're looking at? I feel like you got to give him at least 2 seasons. At least 2 seasons.
2 seasons with the body. So we're saying this season and next season.
Yeah, I think that's fair because now we're talking about Jayson Tatum. Was he not 25? So we're talking about Jayson Tatum 27.
Yeah. So I'll include Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown in this conversation, right? And the only reason I will is because they were drafted in the same situation. There were 2 superstar players basically ahead of them. So it's kind of similar to what we were talking about, giving guys an opportunity to kind of grow into their man body. You know, you have that opportunity, but for a guy like Devin Booker out in Phoenix, he had the ball in his hand from day one. You know what I mean? And he was allowed to score 70 points in a loss. You know what I mean? Those are not the type of luxuries that you get when you kind of are drafted by a winning organization, and especially a winning organization that was actually built to win when you were drafted. So it's kind of
y'all had a lot of success though. So I feel like we at the point now where like I said, he just trying to take that next evolution. I know you want to have him get there, right? Y'all got to the finals last year. So what would you, I guess, if you had to put a time frame on it in terms of years, would you expect that next year to hit that next stage, I think, in terms of attacking the basket a little bit more, utilizing the grown man strength and body?
I don't know. It's kind of I get it, but it's not. I'm not seeing a curve towards what I want to see. I guess that's my problem. I hear you in terms of giving him time. I would be more willing to give him time if it looked like he was trying to do it. His free throw attempts are up. Don't get me wrong. His free throw attempts are up. I still feel like he could be a 10 free throw shooter, 2 attempts per game guy. He's hovering around 7 to 8 right now. You know what I mean? I personally feel like but he's also shooting 10 threes. If you give me 3 less threes and 3 more attacks toward the basket, that's all I'm really asking for. That's really all I'm asking for. Is 3 less attempts, 3 more drives to the basket. It'll open up more lanes for the guys around you. Maybe his assist numbers go up. It doesn't have to equate to him getting to the free throw line. But obviously, we know the game is easier the closer you get to the basket. That's a fact. There's only one man in history that has made basketball. Well, 2 men. I'll give Dame that respect too. There's 2 men in history who have made shooting from 40 look easy. And Jayson Tatum don't even shoot from far. He's shooting at the line, Trey. So even with his grown man strength, he's shooting foot on the 3-point line.
Yeah, it's not like he's fair. To be fair, Clay did it too, and he's shooting from the line. He makes it look nice.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. But Tatum ain't making it look nice.
Hey, all I'm saying, Reese, is 2 of 5 from the 3 looks a little nice. That's.
But ending 3 for 11 looks awful, and that's the point.
I got a lot of that was at the OT, and he was jacking. He was efficient from that 3-point line, dog. I don't know what to tell you, but I do hear you though. You wanna. It feels like I think you value him so highly that you want him to be producing immediately. And I feel like sometimes I feel like sometimes we forget how old these guys are. Yeah, he has a child, like, you know what I'm saying? He might be a little more adult than us, but like he's still young. He's still younger than us too, though. You know what I mean? Like, so there's probably some maturity he's got to go. He's going up against grown men.
I get it. Like, I'm not trying to discredit the success the Celtics have had, but we've had a lot more participation. You know what I mean? It's kind of like we get to the finals last year. That is the biggest accomplishment, obviously, right? But those Eastern Conference Finals losses weren't pretty. They didn't look good. I mean, we lost in heroic fashion, in tragic fashion, and I just feel like if you're going to be shooting 10 threes a game, I need you to be shooting 20 within the arc. And he ain't shooting 30 times a game. He's playing with another wing who is shooting more within the arc based on percentages. And I'm not just being biased, Trey. I checked the shooting splits.
When you say percentages, when you say he has better percentages, what you mean?
No. I'm talking about shots like literally attempted within the percentile of the 2-point range. Yeah, Jaylen Brown's averaging 10% more within the line than Jayson Tatum is. That's a big percentage when you consider what they are both shooting from three. Neither one of them are shooting it well from three. We're talking about 35 and 34%.
But JT, to be fair, is winning, and I think taking a few more shots. So I mean, if that's the case, maybe he's a better shooter, and they realize that, and they say, "Fine."
But no, but that's what I'm saying, though, Trey.
You do.
35%.
Maybe they value him that way.
35 to 34%. He's taking 3 more shots. Is he the better shooter, or is he just shooting more threes? I'm talking 35 to 34%, Trey, with 3 more attempts. That's a lot more attempts in terms of you just making basically 3 out of 10, as opposed to Jaylen Brown making 2 out of 7.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I do feel like Jayson Tatum is the better shooter.
I don't disagree, but I'm saying if we're gonna talk about numbers,
but I mean, like, in terms of like when I look at them, okay, personally, I'm gonna go JT. JT right now should be the better player. You know how I feel about JB though, in terms of like who's who and what's what. But from a talent perspective, JT is the better player. So I mean, I feel like they value JT more as a shooter than they do JB. JB is better at going downhill. They can switch it up, but I mean, in terms of their nature, I think that's how they value them that way. It's just like it's similar to how when we bring up Cam Reddish, I value Cam Reddish as like a long-term prospect. And I think Freddie does too, but he valued the players on his team more because of the fit that they had. Right. So it's like, I think it just depends on how you value the players. Like, you value Jayson Tatum as, all right, you're the guy. So I need you being the one who's attacking. But like you've alluded to a couple times, and again, like I said, JT is T-Mac, JB is Kobe. So by that measure, I might want JB attacking more.
T-Mac was still getting to the rim.
But here's the thing, though. So did JT, because again, JT in that one game we were talking about, right? He gets to the line 6 times.
Yep.
Now I know. Now you told me that him and JB were doing the same thing, and just he was getting calls for it. JB wasn't. But what I took from that was, okay, they both are attacking. JT's hitting. Cool, I can rock with that. Like, I don't see
but that's what I'm saying. If Jaylen Brown was 6'10" and Jayson Tatum was 6'6", I'd give it to him. You know what, JT? Shoot 10 threes, you're 6'6". But when you're 6'10", you're 6'10". And I'm telling you, you're gonna get space on those 3-pointers if you attack the baskets. People are gonna have to start giving you a step. And when they give you a step, that's all the space he need anyway is a step.
Well, look. Let me ask you this, and let me ask you this then. I know you don't like your team's evolution, but then you do sometimes. It's tricky. We don't got to talk about it too much. And this is gonna be funny when I clip it up, because we made a reference at the beginning too. It was out, and it was like a little bit out of order. That's gonna be funny.
Damn, why are y'all beating the Pelicans? I'm gonna be honest with you. I got a friend who a Lakers fan. He had so much hope for y'all, and I just love that it ain't been working. And I told him that y'all was gonna lose to the Pelicans, and y'all not losing. And I'm sad about it.
God damn.
But I told him, just like I told you though, y'all got lucky that Trey Murphy had 40 the other night. It's a law of averages. He just won't gonna do it again. You got lucky.
Well, I mean, again, it's still early.
No, it definitely is early, but the Pelicans don't have no defenders. I mean, not no defenders. They don't have the scorers to keep up with y'all scores.
Like, they really are just missing Zion. Like, that's like, well, I take that back. They do have the scorers. That's the thing.
Not on the court though. Brandon Ingram ain't playing.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I told Freddie he was gonna be day to day. Then they don't really have too much excuses, in my opinion. Oh damn.
Well, CJ's 2 of 7 right now, so that's kind of hurting them. That's what I'm saying. It's early. Everybody except for Valley and I hitting their threes, and Bi. Meanwhile, we having a nice little field day. Like D-Lo and Beasley are both going on. I don't know what the fuck happened to D-Lo, but I appreciate this.
Rudy Gobert.
You think? Is
Rudy Gobert a poison?
Is he really that? Let me stop recording.
I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.